Maybe you're already using Google Colab. Maybe you have no idea what it is, but it's essentially a supercomputer that Google gives you access to. It is a Google Cloud computer, and you can use it to sort data. And as I keep looking into other use cases using Gemini, Gemini keeps telling me its capabilities are far beyond what I'm currently using it for. So I'm going to dive in how to actually sort data and clean lead lists so that you can run targeted marketing campaigns. But then we're also going to ask Gemini, how else can we use this as a digital nomad and an entrepreneur to essentially have a supercomputer working for us while we're out doing fun things like surfing, snowboarding, skiing, let it go to work and do things for us while we're out playing. So if that sounds good to you, stay tuned and let's dive in. So I actually created a cheat sheet that I'm going to give you access to down in the description. It allowed me to basically use this Google Colab as a superpower computer to do a task of sorting through 8 million leads in a database. Now, we all know if you download that kind of file onto your computer, it will definitely crash. So never do that. But you can use a remote controlled Google super fast computer to actually sort through all of it and find you your target market fit. So real quick, here are the SOPs beginner guide to cloud data cleaning with the Google Cloud computer. I'll make sure that that's a resource down in the description for you. And then I'm just going to walk you through exactly how to do this. Okay, so step one, what we're going to do is actually go to the Colab computer in Google. And that's this URL that I'm going to paste in right here, colab.research.google.com. And when this screen comes up, we're just going to click down here on New Notebook. And then once we're inside here, this is called your first cell right here. And what we want to do is give it access to your files, which are going to be on Google Drive. Copy. So you're going to paste this exact code from the cheat sheet that I gave you earlier down in the description. And then you just hit this little play symbol right here. It's going to quickly ask you, Notebook wants to get access to your drive. Go ahead and say okay. Remember, this is just Google to Google. It's just confirming it probably already has access. Okay, so what you're going to want to look for is for it to say mounted at and then content/drive. Then you know it's hooked up to your Google Drive. Now, next, what we want to do is we need to find the actual leads or the database that we want access to. So you just click on this little folder right here, and it should look just like your drive. Go in here to My Drive, and then you should see all your files. And I'm just going to come down here to the 8 million lead file and click on here. And then you can see all the files in here, but I want to give it access to all of them. So I just come over here to the 3 little dots and I go copy path. Now I want to show you something that's a little bit different because this is how I actually learned it. If you see this box right down here, this is actually Gemini. So what you can do is you can take from the spreadsheet again over here what you need to do next on the next step, which is we want it to access this, but we have to tell it what to do. And we're just going to paste the import command into here and watch what Gemini will actually do. So you can see it wrote the next cell right here and told it its file path. Now what we want to do right here is just click accept and run. It looks like we got a couple errors right here. No big deal. Looks like your path provided as a directory is not a specific CSV file. Read data, exact file. List files. So as we saw before, it's not just one file. There's a list of files. So let's just click that. And let's click go ahead, accept and run. I'll list all the contents in the directory. Yep, go ahead. Okay. So what we did is we actually got a little bit of an error here. And it was just simply because there's a bunch of these CSV files um, in that folder. And so what we needed to do is just tell it it's okay, um, that we want to actually access all the different CSV files, not just one of them. So this is from the actual cheat sheet. So what we did is we basically told it that we wanted to essentially find chiropractors inside this data set up here that has like 8 million leads in it. And so we're going to hit accept and auto run. And again, you can find that exact code on that cheat sheet so you don't have to keep going back and forth with Gemini. However, if you want to learn something and go back and forth with Gemini, by all means, it will eventually get you there by you talking back and forth with it and telling it exactly what you want to do. So you can see now it's going to filter the CSV files in the directory, okay, of the 8 million leads. And it's going to look for the keywords that essentially I gave it. And we're just going to essentially sit back and watch it work. We could go surfing right now. So now you can see down here, it's processing the file 8 million leads, that first one, right? So that's that first one right there. And then it looks like it's on to the next one and on to the next one. And it'll sit here and process each one of these. And it's going to take a little while. I think the last one that I did took me approximately right around like 5 to 10 minutes. So we might skip ahead and just show you one of the ones that I did previously for dentists. All right, so here we are back, and the gold that we were looking for on this list was actually the keyword for dentists, and it went through all of the files, and this is what took the longest because it had to open all the files and sort all of them. And then what it did is it organized it in accordance to that specific. I gave it a couple keywords, and I'm going to show you why you may or may not want to do that. But it went through all the files, and then it told to me, hey, what you want to do is actually go into your Google Drive and look for this file because it made it the output file. So then I come into my Google Drive. So I just type in clean leads results into what it told me that file was. I find it right here. Okay. And then when you click on it and open it, it'll open it up in this weird format. And of course, you can just click over here and go to Google Sheets. And then this is what it actually looked like. And it came up with, out of that 8 million leads, right around 51,000 that came up with its criteria. But check this out. See how in this category column, there was like people for like personal blogs, then there's like dentist, dental, oral surgeon, all these things, right? So I was like, oh man, that's not quite right. So what I did is I went back in here into Gemini and I simply told it. So you can see right here, these were all of the different things that I had as the actual keywords. And that's what gave me that huge list. And so when I wasn't happy with that huge list, what I did is I just asked it to go back in and refine it to only show me the ones that had dentists in that category. So here it is right here. Let's go ahead and take that file that you just exported into my Google Drive, and let's refine the process on that file to contacts that have the word dentist in quotes in the category column of the spreadsheet. So then it goes into that file. It writes the Python code to do all this on the cloud computer. And what it outputted next, well, let me show you. So the next one that it did was called refined dentist leads. And now you can see it cut it down to right around 16,686. And they all in this category column have the word dentist in them. So no matter what results you actually get, you can communicate back and forth with Gemini to refine those to get you better results based on whatever criteria you're looking for. Yeah, so all these were all scraped from Instagram. And you can see it tells us our follower count, and it tells us how many they're actually following, gives us their website, phone numbers. But yeah, so like if now I want to run a campaign to dentists to help them with their, let's say, Google business profile rankings with one of the AI tools that I'm promoting, well, all I got to do is just take these leads, put it into Instantly, write the campaign, and click send. And all of a sudden, you're going to get like a 2 to 3% reply rate of people saying, yes, I want that free audit tool. And then I just send them that link. And if they choose to become a subscriber of the optimized AI working to help them rank higher, then essentially I just get paid monthly on a monthly basis. And maybe you don't yet have a foot in the door offer, like a no brainer free audit tool that runs an audit on their business profile and tells them all the problems that they actually have. Well, you can check out this other video that we'll link here in a second to be able to see how you can actually get access to that free lead magnet as well.